welcome to the first episode of 2024 Thai Everbearing Mulberry Tree. There might be a lot of episodes because this tree is jacked full of fruit. Oh, today is the first good day, hon. It's really dropping a bunch of ripies. There's like a zillion fruits on this thing, but they're not all ripe yet. Well, just look at the branches. Just ripped with fruit. I'm standing out here eating these for 10 minutes already. So maybe I should make a video. We did some videos of one of these a couple of years ago. That was really a pretty impressive tree. It was not this tree, it was a different tree. That one was like a year older, I think. But that tree is now gone. This tree is huge. And full of delicious morsels. Try and give you guys an idea. The level of fruit that comes off this thing. This is really the only tree we sell. We do have some Shangri-La and some whites, a few greens, but the one that I focus on propagating is this one, the Thai Everbearing, because it is such a heavy producer. When we're talking about growing food and food foresting and stuff, I'm looking for production, numbers, weight. How do I fill a bowl? How do I get some preservation, you know, put some food away? So I think for flavor, Tice is probably my favorite. But for just the sheer weight. Oh, look at that branch. I gotta get to that one. It's so cool. Every day they ripen. More and more and more. Every day, more berries. We gotta make some jam, huh, baby? Let's do jam. Or jelly, or... That's true. Too much sugar. Too much sugar. So what do we make? Let's make something with it.
We could make sorbet.
Oh, we could. And put no sugar in it. We have honey.
I could make more banana flour bread
Mulberry.
with mulberry.
Banana flour bread. Mulberry muffins. Those are so good. That was my snacks last night while I watched that NCAA wrestling finals. Which were spectacular, by the way. In case there's any wrestling fans out there. My personal favorite was the 133 final. I thought it was amazing. Vito Arujá killed it. He's a bad dude. But we're not talking about wrestling, we're talking about mulberries. Just every branch looks like this. Every single branch on the whole tree has this many fruits. It's just like, who discovered this? This is super cool. It's great to know that there are plants like this that produce this kind of volume. And they're just so good. The puppies. Done a berry, puppy? Puppy, you dropped the berry. Don't drop my berries. There you go. Good boy. Bonnie, do you want a berry? No, she's not into berries. Look at this branch. It's like way out there and touching on the ground. There's so much fruit. So much fruit, honey.
Just watch
Watch the stink bugs that are on the tree so you don't eat stink bugs.
I know, I always do.
Yeah, there are a bunch of
The ones
monarchs.
haven't shown up yet.
Yeah,
They will.
they will. There is a good example of a large, good-sized Thai mulberry. My pinky is about 2 to 3 inches long. That is about 1.5 to 2 inches. That's a nice size fruit. I'll take it. Down the hatch.
It's funny when you say, "What are we gonna make with them?" They don't make it into the house.
Yeah.
So the first obstacle would be getting them to make it into the house.
Look at that big fat roly-poly one. Look at this one. I never seen one like this. Big fat round one.
Super fat.
Gobble, gobble. They don't often make it in the house. That is true. They
I would have to make an effort to harvest enough to make them up. Not eat.
we have to come out here with a bowl after we're done eating for a half an hour.
Well, I ate off this tree this morning, and now there's more.
Yeah.
So we could come out here and have breakfast.
The deer really enjoy it too. You see, they only eat the greens though. They are quite respectful of our fruit. Notice down here, these are all these bare branches. That's all from the deer munching on the leaves. But they do not touch the fruit. So the deer and us have a nice relationship when it comes to the mulberry tree. Not so much with the greens up there on the hill that they have decimated. But the mulberry tree,
Just watch where you're stepping.
they don't eat my fruits.
We have a lot of monarchs right here.
Monarchs. It's butterfly season. You know what's funny? I was talking trash about my strawberry guava a few days ago. How it wasn't budding or anything. It had like a couple of buds on it. I think it heard me. Because it went pow! It went, watch this, Dad. I'm gonna give you more strawberry guavas you ever see in your life. I've been growing this tree a long time. That's a pretty big tree. She's about 10 foot tall. I transplanted it out here. This tree has been in 3 different places on this property and finally found her home. Cold hardy, no problems with cold, and finally big and happy and gonna produce me a bunch of fruit. The lemon cattleya has done very well for us.
I love those.
Yeah, those are really good. These have a more like complex flavor, I think. Nice flavor, good fruit. Smaller though. The lemon cattleya is just bigger. I think I've had my.
What are you doing?
I was gonna lift it up and walk under.
Bring it down to me, I'm sure.
Honey, there will be a million more in the morning.
I know, but I'm here now.
Look, a beetle. There's a beetle.
He's getting some juice,
He's getting a munch.
so he can be beetle juice.
That's beetle juice. Now he's gone. I flickered him off. Now I gobble it up. Gong, gong, gong. Okay.
Look, I got one of those. It's like Mickey Mouse. Look, it's the Disney mulberry.
That's exactly Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mulberry.
Mickey mulberry.
So what's really neat, I looked back at exactly when I planted this tree. It was September 2021. This was a 3-gallon tree. Single stalk, freshly rooted cutting. One single stalk. It was about 3 feet tall. That's all there was. A little bitty one. It looked about like that. It was probably a piece about that thick. And it was just a little single stalk. And now, she's a monster. A monster. And we had our immersive class setting air layers. They went air layer crazy in here because everyone loves it. So we took low hanging branching, we took crossing branches, we took stuff that I'm gonna cut out of here anyway. And they're gonna get some established trees to take to their lovely farms and plant them out and build their food forest. I'm like lost in a sea of mulberry. Oh, this branch is so cool right here. There's so much fruit. And you know what's crazy? As much fruit as there is here, Joe Pierce's tree up in Micanopy has twice as much fruit. But that baby boy, you do puppy. I'd like to go up there and see that tree this year. It was nuts when we went last year.
Did you strip the Shangri-La tree?
I did. Not strip. I ate some. I'm sure there's some there. So, like our favorite time of year. Because mulberries are just ridiculous. I'm loving mulberry season. Look at these guys. The chayotes are really taking off this year. I gotta get these out of here. Get them put somewhere where those stupid deer can't eat them all. The stupid deer. The puppy. Look at the new puppy. Look at beautiful Bonnie Boo.
He's my
The
pup.
Bonnie.
He's my good puppy.
Oh, Bonnie. She was a part of a cruelty case. She's the sweetest puppy in the world.
He's the sweetest girl in the
Who's the
world.
sweetest puppy? Who's the sweetest puppy? We just got her. She's the best.
Come
So I think we're gonna go eat more mulberries.
Yes.
You guys want to come with us? I guess you're gonna.
Bonnie wants to come with us.
Bonnie wants to go wherever we go. She doesn't care what we're doing as long as
She likes to
she's there. She wants to be there. We gotta stand these guys up. These two.
best friends now.
They are. We went on vacation last week and we took these two knuckleheads with us and they bonded. They are in love.
Look, she frolics.
Oh, look at that. Mark just set that one. That's a big old air layer. That's gonna be a big tree. So this is Tice. This is my friend Tice. My friend Tice has big fat fruit that are really sweet and have a, I guess, more acidic flavor.
Tangy.
Tangy,
Tangier.
more tangy. Oh, I love these. I like these better than the Thai. But on this plant, you really have to hunt for fruit. Like, this is what we're looking at. We got a few. And they take a little while to ripen. Which is a good thing they're big. But there's just not that many fruits here. This is it. They sure are delicious. I mean, I think it's worth the time. This is a Florida native plant, though. So it does extremely well in our lousy sand. I planted this out here a couple of years ago. It was like I think a 5-gallon maybe. It was not a big tree. And I never watered it, never did anything to it. I planted it in straight sand and walked away. Just because it can take our conditions and it likes it here and it does well, I just did it as a test just to see, let's see just how tough you are, and it definitely stood the test. And it produces some awesome fruit. Even when they're like that, they're good. You want to go Shangri-La? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a really lousy fruiting tree that I got from a dude many years ago. And we let it get really big and it just didn't fruit. It wouldn't fruit at all. So I chopped it down with a chainsaw. It was pretty good size. And I let one new growth come up right there. In fact, that is the old right there. And I grafted. You can see my graft is right there, right there. Some little lines. I grafted on a piece of tie. In fact, look at that. It's still got some grafting tape on it. It was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. So now it has the tie everbearing up here on top. You know, only young, so one panicle, but this year I imagine she'll get pretty big. So that's pretty fun. If you have a lousy tree that's not producing well, or you have that little dwarf everbearing that doesn't put on a lot of fruit, you can replace it if you have a good established rootstock like that. It's a cool thing to do. There we go. There we go. There we go. Kratom. Don't say the K word. Everyone's afraid of kratom. Oh, check them out. Lisa at Moya. Flowering. There's a lot of flowers on this plant. Sugar apple right there, getting ready to go. Oh, look, another Thai everbearing mulberry tree. With 40 bazillion fruits on it. Oh, check them out. The navel oranges. This is a happy plant. She's doing really, really well. Leaves are looking great. No signs of any kind of struggle or disease or nothing. Got us a good bunch of fruit. I can't wait to taste these oranges. Oh look, he's still flowering. We still get this wonderful smell. So good. And then there's, see this pineapple orange? Also flowering. That ice cream bean looking stout. White mulberry. If you haven't seen the white mulberry, that right there is a mature ripe fruit. Let's see if I can manage this phone thing. Get a hold of this. That is a white mulberry. That's about right. They taste like sugar. I'm sure there's another flavor in there, but I'm not entirely sure how to describe it. It's mild. It's definitely not tangy. It's all sweet. Can you even describe this flavor?
It's not like anything I've tasted. They're sweet though.
Yeah, very sweet.
No tanginess.
Little balls of sugar. It's crazy. 2 days ago, there was almost no ripe fruit. And then between yesterday and today, the whole thing is just covered in ripe fruit. And it's hard to tell when they're ripe. When they get that little bit of yellow to them right there, I think that is about as ripe as I have ever seen one. Just the slightest bit yellow. And that's when they're at their sweetest and at their best. Yeah, that's good. So my favorite, no. Worth having, I believe it is. Because I eat a ton of mulberries in the spring, every year. We're mulberry heads. And those deer are making it awfully far up in our farm here.
Look at them.
This is unacceptable.
Deer damage.
There is a lot of venison walking around in this place. Oh look, it's another Thai everbearing. This is the cutesy little plant that I did. I did that like a year ago. I braided one. And I hit it with the tractor. But it's actually two trees. This is one right here, and this is a different tree.
What is that?
But goji berry. This little goji berry that won't quit. This one needs like one more season, and they'll just be blown up. Let's go to Shangri-La. We got to dig all our potatoes too, baby.
Okay.
All these potatoes are ready. They're all yellowing off, ready to come out. So here's Shangri-La. It's like 30 some foot tall. This tree's only been here 2.5, 3 years. What a monster. Look, deer damage. It's crazy. I'd have done anything to have deer on my land years ago, and I haven't hunted in years. And now they're here every day. And all I do is hope that my dog will scare them away. Oh yeah. Here, you take phone.
Pull that branch down. Oh, there's
There's a bunch of them up there.
yeah, I see that.
Right.
I want to eat them.
I'm going. I go climby. I was climbing yesterday in this tree. Where is it?
Right under. Right on top of my hand. I'm right under it. Yep, that's it right there.
You want this fruit that I'm gonna eat in front of you?
No, but there's two. You could share. Thanks. There's one further out.
I will die. I would die if I reach for that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at this thing.
Oh my god, look at that.
Shaboom! Let's compare this to my pinky. It's
That's huge.
really close to the same.
Are you gonna eat that one?
I love you, honey. You can have
Okay,
it.
thanks.
You can have it. I will eat this one. That might even be bigger.
Oh, there's one to the right of where you just
Look
were
at
too.
So Shangri-La, again, doesn't put on a lot. I think Shangri-La and Tice are so similar. So very similar. These might be a click sweeter.
They are. They don't have that tanginess
Yeah.
that Tice has.
The younger ones do, but maybe just a tick sweeter.
But this is the most fruit we've ever had on this tree.
Well, the thing is like the size.
I
of
know, but there's a
hippopotamus
ton of
this
fruit
year.
on it.
Unfortunately, not a super heavy fruiter,
But super beautiful.
but super beautiful and super delicious.
Thank you.
You do have to do some monkeying to get to the good fruit.
We need to air layer this one.
We need to air layer it, and we need to cut it way down and take a lot off of it so we can access it. Okay.
Are you making your way?
Hmm?
Making your way down?
Making my way in the world today. Mulberry Day on the Reed Farm is super fun. Mulberry season, not day. Mulberry
I was gonna
season.
say we have lots of days.
Yeah, it's for like 2 months, and then the Thai everbearing is like 2 more times in the season. We strip them all the leaves and get it to reflush. Even when they're like that. Look, this is a syndrome we call mulberry fingers.
Mulberry fingers.
Yeah, the dude that was here earlier with his family, I said, "You got mulberry fingers," and he looked at us. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Definitely is.
It is a thing. We are permanently stained for a couple months.
Look at all the fruit on
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
thing.
say, look at the Scarlet Beauty went nuts.
Holy
this year.
cow. So many
Yeah, it
plums.
did really well this year. Just
So
a-
many plums.
It had set like 2 fruits, and I came and took them off, and it reflowered and just set a ton.
Had that conversation with a customer today.
What a great tree.
How I pulled the peaches off the peach in the back.
Off what peach?
The one by the back of the lop house.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway, he did not agree.
yeah. He didn't agree.
No.
What, you take the fruit off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take the fruit off when they're small. They don't do much.
Oh,
Let's
he
see what we
wants
got here.
his fruit.
Let's see what we got here.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. This is Red Norland. I mixed the Red Norlands and the Yukons. Wow, there's nothing. That's disappointing. Well, we got enough to replant. I wonder why I got nothing. Let's go next door. Oh, because they're all there.
Oh, goodness.
They're all hanging out next door.
Guess we know where the party is.
The party is next door.
Garden party next door.
Taters.
Oh, those are nice and big.
Taters. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's have some potatoes in there. Actually, I probably have more of that delicious soup. It's pretty awesome.
And you can finish the meatballs I made too.
Meatballs. Those were good. How do you know I didn't already finish it?
I don't. It's like my cassava bread I made today that I didn't get to
That
eat.
got smashed. Everyone came in for lunch and it was gone. There's the Yukons. Yukon Gold potatoes. That's the original one. That's what I planted.
Neato.
We'll just leave this out here. And potentially, if it doesn't get destroyed in wintertime, in the summer, from too much heat, maybe it'll.
You really need like a bucket.
I do. I've been picking these every day.
Yeah.
I want to just get out here and just get them all.
Yeah, we'll come out here with a bucket or something.
But not today.
Not today.
I had enough. That's a nice big potato.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go eat that.
Okay.
See you guys later.